and welcome to FoodiePEDIA 365 podcast, the show where we explore learning, creativity, self-development, and what it truly means to grow beyond the classroom. I am Patrick Oai, and today we are slowing things down to take a deep look at learning itself. In today's episode, we are asking a question that hits all of us: students, adults, lifelong learners. When did learning become a race instead of a journey? At what point did learning shift from exploration and curiosity to pressure, speed, and competition? This conversation matters because if learning feels like a race, many people will never enjoy the journey. And the journey is where true wisdom is found. Let's dive in. Talking point 1: how learning slowly became a competition. To understand how we got here, we have to look at how learning has been structured over time. Education used to be rooted in curiosity and discovery, but gradually it became about result, rankings, and speed. Timed exams, grade competition, class positions, constant comparisons, pressure to perform instead of understand. Learning became something you race through instead of something you grow through. Why is this important? Because once learning becomes a race, we start valuing speed over mastery. People learn to avoid mistakes instead of embracing discovery. They study to pass exam, not to pass on wisdom. But here is what's interesting. Research shows that our brains actually learn better when we slow down. Let's talk about that. Talking point 2: why slower, deeper learning works better. Let's explore what science says about how humans learn best. Cognitive research tells us that deep learning happens when we take breaks, reflect, repeat information over time, connect ideas to real life experience, learn without pressure. Neuroscience calls this spaced learning, and it builds stronger, longer memory much more effectively than cramming. Why is this important as well? When you slow down learning, you are not doing less. You are giving your brain the time it needs to understand, connect, and remember. Speed produces good scores. Depth produces wisdom. And wisdom is what turns learning into a lifelong journey. Talking point 3: reclaiming learning as a personal journey. If learning isn't supposed to be a race, then what is it supposed to be? Learning should feel like this. Learning should feel like curiosity, exploration, experimentation, reflection, discovery, storytelling, choosing your pace. This is the heart of project-based learning, which is exactly what FoodiePEDIA is all about. Learning through experience, not pressure. Why is this also important? Well, when learning becomes your journey, you stop comparing yourself to others. You give yourself permission to grow at your own speed, and you begin to enjoy what learning was always meant to be, a pathway to understanding yourself and the world. What are your key takeaways in this podcast? Let's recap today's conversation. 1. Learning became a race when systems began rewarding speed instead of comprehension. 2. Science shows that slower, thoughtful learning creates stronger understanding and memory. 3. We can reclaim learning by focusing on exploration, curiosity, and personal growth. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of the FoodiePEDIA 365 podcast. I hope this episode encourages you to slow down, enjoy the process, and choose learning that fits your curiosity, not your stress. If you enjoy this conversation, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen. I'm Patrick Owari, and remember, learning isn't a race, it's your journey. Thanks for listening.